The Battle of Concord.
The leader of the Lexington militia, and although I was suffering from tuberculosis, I mustered that cold, dark morning. When the redcoats arrived, we held our fire and dispersed when so ordered. I don't know who fired the first shot, but I do know that the events of the morning were reversed that afternoon when we re-engaged the redcoats as they retreated back to Boston.
What started the Battle of Concord?
Starting in 1764, Great Britain enacted a series of measures aimed at raising revenue from 13 American colonies: the Sugar Act, Stamp Act, and the Townshend Act. In 1770, Boston Massacre and 1773 Boston Tea Party was one of the main points of our resistance. In June 1774, King George III shut down the city's harbor until colonists paid for the tea dumped overboard the previous year.
What happened on April 19, 1775?
19th, 1775. Colonists were sure that British would attack the Concord. They planned a secret method of lights in the bell tower located in the old church. On the night of 19th, 2 lights appeared on the bell tower. The army were on the water. The riders first warned were Adams and Hancock, who were hiding in Lexington. Then more riders were dispatched around the village to tell the British were coming. 1,000 men headed to Concord. The war started in Lexington. I told them, don't fire unless fired upon, but if they mean to have a war, let it begin here. The British are coming! The British are coming! Paul Revere was arrested by British patrol after leaving Lexington, but another rider had escaped and alerted Concord by 2:30 a.m. in the morning. The men surrendered by the town and fled to the outlying hills, reinforced by 1,000 militia men all over the colony. When British arrived, they searched for relocated supply. Then they started thinking they were being ambushed. The British tried to intimidate the militia on holding the bridge, but the knowledge of the land and a power advantage allowed the militia to inflict hundreds of casualties in British troops. They hid behind trees, behind fences, and along the roads. The Americans followed them back to Boston, and clearly the battle was a victory for colonists.
Why is the Battle of Concord so important?
The significance of these battles is that they were the first battles of the Revolutionary War. These battles happened in April of 1775.
Aftermath of Concord.
The battles of Lexington and Concord took a toll on both sides. For colonists, 49 were killed, 39 were wounded, and 5 were missing. For the British, 73 were killed, 174 were wounded, and 26 were missing. While the colonists lost many Minutemen, the Battle of the Lexington and Concord were considered a major victory and displayed to the British and King George III that unjust behavior would not be tolerated in America. The surprise victory bolstered their confidence for the war ahead.